Hello, my name is Lizzie. Each week I'm bringing along a different origami fold to give you some time out, time for yourself, time for your self-care. So join me with a piece of paper, and while you're folding, everything else will disappear and I'll give you just that needed break for your mind. This is a wonderful thing, I think, for all ages to do. Obviously as children to be playful, find out what you can fold. For adults is such a great challenge too. So these films are all dedicated to my colleagues at UCLH, a hospital in London, but also for patients, but very much for everybody. So for children, for families, for adults, wherever you are, I think you could gain from origami. If it's something that you think, I can't do it, you can. You just have to give yourself time and patience and a playful, positive attitude. So I go hopefully nice and slowly and gently, and I hope you can just enjoy the experience and know with time you will get there. So I have been playing around myself with paper and just seeing what emerges, no particular plan. I found myself designing a little fly. So, flies can sometimes drive you a little bit crazy indoors, can't they? But they're all creatures which I'm sure are needed in the world. They're all part of a food chain of some sort. So, but I thought a humble little fly, we could make our own little fold. So here's one which is made with paper which has got different colours on different sides, or just a plain one. Maybe you could decorate it. I just started doodling on this one, but it's something that you could then draw on. Maybe it's a hoverfly, or maybe it's a cicada. There's many different insects it could be. So it's yeah, I hope you'll enjoy this, something new, so something that I found. So if you grab yourself a piece of paper, I've just got a piece of paper I happen to have here. Grab a board, and I'm just going to direct it down. So first of all, we'll make a square, and then I'll explain how to fold your very own fly. Maybe it could be a card for someone, maybe not. Probably a fly is not a card to make for someone. But you may find the beauty. They can actually be, particularly hoverflies. I really love hoverflies. So you're going to take a corner and bring it down to the bottom to make a square. So this will be our first step. That's right. And as usual, just taking my time, very carefully going through the corner. And we need to get rid of whatever's left over here. So I'm going to turn it over, bring it back. And I use good strong folds because it gives it strength. Things work well that way. And actually, with origami, you can go soft folds if you really know what you're doing. But I think starting off quite bold is good. And every time you add that crease, it also lets add a bit of tension too, which is always great. So I am going to then do a tiny little nick there. And I rather love the simplicity of just using my hands, my concentration in the creases. You don't even need scissors. So first of all, you've got a diagonal line. We're now going to do the other diagonal line. There we go. Like so. So my next move is to turn it over like a little tent here. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring a corner right to the middle. So the two corners opposite we're going to bring to the middle. So I'm just taking a corner and bringing it to that middle point. So it was up here and I brought it to the middle like so. And I'll do the same with the bottom corner. So the bottom corner and bring it up to the middle. There we go. That's it. So it's looking like that. Now our next step is to turn it over. And what we're going to be doing is doing little diagonal lines there and there and there. So to do it, I'm going to take this side and line it up there. But I'm just going to do the crease inside there. I'm not going to do it all the way along. So I'm doing it like so. So I took that side and I lined it up and I creased it just to that middle point. And I'm going to do the same with the other one. So this side I'm going to bring up to that vertical line. So here we go. Again. So I've brought that there, and you'll see this just goes together beautifully. I'm going to do the same with the other side. So this side I'm going to bring up to that vertical line. line, bring up to the vertical line, like so. There we go. So can you see we've made a sort of square in the middle, and it's rather nice. You can just squeeze in the sides and kind of flatten it down. So I have squeezed in the sides, and you can just flatten it down, and the same with the other end too, squeezing in these sides and flattening it down. There we go. So it's looking like that. It's already looking a little bit fly-like, isn't it? So we're not far off actually. This is fairly simple fold. So we're going to go now to the back, which looks like this, and our final step is we're going to take one side and bring it so that it sort of meets down there. So what we're going to do is end up with a little bit of an eye, which will be part of this, and bringing the wing over. Right, how to do that. So something like this. So it's this outside, and I'm bringing it so that this touches that vertical line, like so, and the same with the other side, so they meet together at that midway line. As I said, I find it easier to press down on the surface. There we go, so that they meet. So you've kind of got little eyes there, and you've even got the body, the thorax and the abdomen. And you could start drawing on it if you wish. A little fly. Maybe it might be a good one to do small, and yeah, you could maybe decorate it. Anyway, enjoy your little fly. Maybe it's a hoverfly. I do like those, or iridescent flies. Maybe go and have a look at some photographs of maybe different insects and maybe draw and paint on it. That would be really lovely, or just enjoy the simplicity. So I hope that's been lovely to just focus on something and make your own little animal. Thank you.